regardless of what social media and society says, I feel that I'm not the person whom I want to be. So I find it hard to like those aspects of myself, let alone love. At times it does push me to be better, but other times it's hard. Is this
It's a
helpful?
very interesting question. Very well put. One of the things that I was thinking about recently is when I was in PUC, I think I was about 19 years old. That's when Facebook really came out and things like that. And then at first, any put up of myself there. Now I'm 30 now. All right. And so a few days back, I was going back to the different pictures that I had put up there, and it was so cheesy, like all the things, the dialogues that I said and different things that I said. All right, so I'm 30 now. I'm looking at my 19-year-old self and saying, oh my god, I was so lame at that point in time. Why did I say these things? Now by theory, if that is true, then my 40-year-old self will look at my 30-year-old self, okay, which I am right now, and say, oh god, what was this guy? He's so lame. And so, and at the same thing, my 50-year-old self will look back and say, the thing is, and I've come to the conclusion, I'm always lame. I'm always in a position where another version of myself would look back and say, oh, this is lame. But I guess that's not how. The problem is, if we look at ourselves from the standards which we have kept for ourselves, we will never reach there. We will always fall short, and we can never like ourselves. And compounded with it, and the person who put this question is said it very interestingly. Regardless of what culture says or social media says, I'm not able to like myself. But the fact is, culture and social media puts their thinking into your mind before we are even aware of it. So the fact that we are uneasy with ourselves is because of the influences that are there around us. And the difficult task that we will have to do is break from that and accept us for who we are. This is what we are. That does not mean if you have some problems, all right, if there is a particular addiction that you are struggling with and things like that, just say, you know what, that's who I am. I'm addicted to so and so. I need to love myself. No, that is not the thing. But you need to you need to be able to accept yourself. Yeah, I am a person. I have these good qualities, but I also have different aspects of myself which do not lead to flourishing. It does not lead to the best version of myself. So I guess the best way in which you can think of it is say, what do I want to achieve for myself 5 years from now? How do I better myself? How do I become a person who is helpful to those around me, and in one sense live a life of dignity and satisfaction? All right, what does that look like? And then take different steps to reach that particular area. It does not start with loathing yourself. It starts with accepting yourself for whoever you are and whatever you are made for. And in one sense, for me, especially, the God aspect becomes so important, because if I look at myself for the dirt that is there, I'm never able to love myself. I'm a selfish person. There are many times where my wife says, you know what, can you come change the diaper? And I really don't want to do that. So I give her some excuse to say something else. There's so many aspects about me that makes me not want to like myself. But I always rest on the fact, well, God loves me. God accepts me for who I am. And so if that's the love that I receive, then I need to not just accept myself for who I accept myself for my flaws, but I accept myself as a person and work on my flaws, work on my being. So my advice to that person would be, well, accept yourself for what God has made you. You are very creatively made, each human being. And that's one of the things that I was seeing in both the videos that were there. Very profound messages, very put in a very, very interesting way. And it's a very, each one of us are very uniquely fashioned by God. There are many things about yourself you might not accept. But the thing is, you need to understand that God accepts us. And if that's the case, then we can work in and through those issues.